And now we go to Palestine, where negotiations resume on August 15 in the capital of Qatar to seek a ceasefire in the Gaza Strip. Our correspondent in Gaza, Huda Hegazi, with the details.
On August 15, negotiations resumed again in the Qatari capital of Al Doha, with the participation of Egypt's and Qatar's intermediaries, as well as the US delegation and the Israeli delegation, with the purpose and objective of reaching a ceasefire between the movement of the Palestinian Islamic Resistance Hamas and the Israeli entity. At first, the news was quite positive. It was assured that there was a clear advance in the negotiations, and another second meeting and summit were even expected, but this time in the Egyptian capital of Al-Qaeda. But today, the city of Israel has proposed this meeting for the following week. That is, the meeting that was planned for tomorrow or even for Wednesday has been cancelled and has been left for the following week. However, proceeding to postpone this meeting has some negativity, and it has been assured that the main reason is that the negotiations are still stagnant. First, it was assured that the negotiations had not been discussed of the demands that Hamas wanted and of the main points of difference between Israel and the movement, which are who will take control of the axis of Philadelphia, of the point of Netzarim, in addition to the border crosses of Rafah and Kerem Shalom, and also the delegation. Israel did not have those broad permissions to be able to decide and to be able to debate, but only had very limited permissions, which were those given by the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, and supposedly this delegation or the group of professionals that had stayed in the capital, Qatari, of Al Doha, and then went to Egypt to try to reduce the differences until the arrival of that summit that was expected for the next Tuesday or Wednesday, have not been able to achieve anything and today have returned to the occupied territories without having made any progress around the negotiations. Also say that today the U.S. Minister Anthony Blinken was in the territories, had a meeting with the Israeli Prime Minister, in addition to the U.S. Minister of Foreign Affairs, and where he assured them of the need to reach a ceasefire with Hamas. He assured them that in the event that the negotiations are not signed, a climate crisis would break out in everything that is the Middle East. And therefore he has tried to pressure Israel to accept these negotiations, but nevertheless, according to a statement issued by Arab television, which shows what the details of this new proposal have been, which was issued at the summit of August 15 in the capital, Qatari, of Al Doha, it has been shown that this new proposal does not benefit or speak of the demands that the Hamas movement asks. What this new proposal dictates is an exchange of hostages where Israel must release a number of Palestinian prisoners in exchange for the movement to release a group of Israeli hostages. Each in one of the specific phases, since this proposal would be divided into 3 phases. But it does not speak of a permanent ceasefire in the Gaza Strip. But it speaks of the possibility of reaching a ceasefire and would be debated in the second phase, that is, we would be talking about the possibility of debating the ceasefire in the second phase. Also in this proposal it does not speak of a total withdrawal of the Israeli army from the Gaza Strip, but it also speaks of the possibility of debating the withdrawal in the second phase, but that the army would also be under the control of the axis of Philadelphia, of the point of Netzarim, in addition to the borders of Rafah and Kerem Shalom, even if not in person.
de una vuelta libre de los gazatíes hacia la zona norte de la franja de Gaza y por lo tanto estos son los principales
But it
puntos
would
de
be controlling
diferencia
those
y que esta
points.
nueva propuesta
It does
no
not speak of
dicta
a free
ni hace
return of the
mención
Gazans to the
y por
north
lo
of the
tanto
Gaza Strip,
estaríamos
and
hablando
therefore these are
de
the
que
main points of
literalmente
difference,
estas
and that this new
negociaciones
proposal
no
does
sirven
not
para
dictate or
nada.
mention,
Hamas
and
asegura
therefore we
de
would
que
be
no las
talking about the
aceptará
fact that
ya
these
que no
negotiations are literally useless. It
proceden a
never assures
satisfacer
that
las
it will not
necesidades del
accept
pueblo
them since
palestino
they do
ni
not
tampoco
satisfy the needs of
las
the
necesidades
Palestinian
de la
people nor
resistencia
the needs of the
palestina.
Palestinian
Hamas sigue firme en
resistance.
su
It never
posición de
remains
que ya
firm in its
solamente
position that it will
aceptará
only
la
accept the
propuesta
proposal
que
that it
firmó
signed on
el
July
pasado
2nd,
2 de
and
julio
therefore we can say
y por lo
one way
tanto
or
podemos
another that the
decir de
negotiations are
manera
on the
u
verge
de
of
otra
failure in the
que las
event that Israel
negociaciones
continues to
están
affirm
al
its
borde del
position, and that
fracaso
there is no
en
change
el
in this
caso
new
de que Israel
proposal.
siga firme su posición y de que no haya un cambio en esta nueva propuesta.